We've got a spicy one today. We've got a controversial one, okay? Charlie Kirk is absolutely going to school this college student on why homelessness is actually a choice. Ooh, that is a touchy subject. So we're going to get right into it, folks, and it's going to be great. But first, do me a huge favor here. Like our video and share it around so we can keep bringing all this great, hard-hitting content. As always, Patriots, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, welcome to the South. Welcome to the SEC. How do you like it here? It's good? All right, so let me give you a little context first, okay? Don't hold it? Okay, let me give you a little context. So my family, right, we are blue collar. That's what we did forever. My mom worked for construction. My dad worked for construction. My stepdad worked for construction, okay? I'll ride motorcycles. I'll tote guns, myself included on occasion. That's how we go, okay? I hear you. I've heard you say a couple of times that you want to talk about the issues that Americans really care about, right? Number one thing polled is the economy, every single time. I've heard you talk about DEI. I've heard you talk about how you feel like white straight men are under attack in this country. Listen, I know a lot of white straight men who are struggling right now. So I completely agree with you on that, right? But I do want to ask a couple questions, right? So, for instance, my dad, right? About as American as you can get. Tall, blonde hair, ladies' man. I'm getting there. Y'all hold down. Okay, so he's in construction, right?
You got to get to the question.
He's in construction, right? It's not going well because of these tariffs on lumber from Canada. It's not going well. What would you say to him? This guy, he served his country as a veteran. He served his country to do Katrina relief support. He's been in construction for 20 years. He's really struggling right now to make ends meet and to build houses like he needs to. And it's affecting our family, and I know a lot of people like him. What would you say to a person like him?
Well, first of all, let me go back to something you said. DEI absolutely affects the economy because it makes our companies less competitive and our best people are not able to get jobs in corporations. Number two, the economy is going to get better. Give President Trump some time. All of a sudden, we're seeing inflation go down. The Fed is signaling they might cut rates. He's deregulating the economy. We're seeing a huge tax cut come, and we're going to see a massive housing boost in this country come.
Okay, but
and last thing, the first time Trump was president, people like your dad did way better than they did under Joe Biden. And so he'll do it again.
I'm going to stop you right there because I got one more question, okay? So first of all, I hope that people who did well under Trump's first term did amazing. He was not one of those people. I'll also say that, so I work for homeless shelters on the side, right? See a lot of people who are homeless. We've got a major issue with homelessness in this country. The solution does seem to build more homes. Now, not every homeless person's condition is the same.
That is not the solution to homelessness.
Not every homeless person's condition is the same.
More homes does not solve homelessness. You're wrong.
More affordable housing does.
No.
It doesn't solve all of it, but it does help
you're totally
people
wrong.
who need help.
No, it doesn't. It's telling them you can't go defecate on the side of the street, clean up, get out of here. I'm going to put you in a prison cell.
So hold on now.
They're homeless by choice.
No, you need to understand this. You need to understand this right now.
There's
Not
Section 8 housing for every single
people.
one of them. It's because they either have deep-seated mental issues and they should be in an asylum, or number two, they have drug issues, or number three, they're there by choice. It is not a lack of homes while we have homelessness.
So all the people that I know who do work, who are homeless, who are working out of their car, who are working for double the minimum wage and still cannot afford their homes because of debts from the 2008 crisis, all of those good people, you think that they are all mentally ill and not deserving of having homes?
So did they apply for Section 8 housing?
Absolutely, they didn't get it. There's not enough.
There's an abundance of Section 8 housing
Absolutely
in this country.
not in every area. Not here.
I'm going to go out on a huge limb here and say that she isn't actually telling the truth about all those people she knows that are supposedly homeless. I just don't believe it. And Charlie's absolutely right. The asylum break is a big reason why we have so many issues with homelessness today. It is a lot harder to involuntarily commit people than it ever was. And this was passed en masse at the state level in many states across the countries, especially starting around in the 1960s. All right. You can look at Ronald Reagan, for instance. This is going to be controversial, guys. All right. But Ronald Reagan, he's often revered as a conservative folk hero of sorts. There are some big policies he passed that arguably damaged the United States of America in really bad ways. Homelessness being one of them. Okay, take a look at, for instance, the Lanterman-Petrus Short Act signed by Ronald Reagan in 1967. He worked with Democrats and the California state legislature to do this. This legislation ensured that homeless people were a lot less likely to be involuntarily committed into asylums, and thus they were let out on the streets. Yet many examples people have claimed of people with schizophrenia who otherwise would be institutionalized now out on the streets living in a very indecent way. And if that doesn't end with Reagan there are a lot of other issues I have with him. Again, controversial. I know a lot of you guys love him. Don't get mad. But he actually banned open carry in California of firearms. Was he really that pro-Second Amendment? In my view, not at all. And then don't get me started on the millions of illegal immigrants that got amnesty and citizenship thanks to Ronald Reagan. Who knows? Maybe Donald Trump wouldn't have lost in 2020 had Reagan not done that. Food for thought.
100%
I reject the premise. Homelessness is a choice in this country.
I think that you're unclear about the facts in certain areas.
So
I
let me get
will
this right.
say that some areas
someone
do
working
have it.
working 2 jobs.
No, not 2 jobs. Twice the minimum wage in Tennessee. Tennessee, the minimum wage is $7.50. They make $14 an hour, 40
hold on,
hours
let me
a
play
week.
this out. So they have a family,
They have a family.
and their whole family's homeless.
Not the whole family.
So
the kids are with the grandparents.
So I'm going to call
they
BS
can't
on this
afford
whole
it.
thing. Wait a second. So they're earning $14.50 an hour.
$14.50 an hour.
Or $7.50 is the minimum wage. So $15 an hour, right?
Do you know the average rent in the area?
Hold on a second. I'm going to get to there. Hold
Okay.
on. $15 an hour, and they're working like what, 7-8 hours a day, right?
Yeah, 40 a week.
Okay, so like $120 a day, right? So they're getting like $600 a week. That's like $2,400 a month. So they could also get food stamps. They could get Medicaid insurance, and they could also get welfare, having their income level under $60,000 a year, of which that would total them $76,000 a year. You're trying to tell me in the greater Knoxville area, there's not an apartment that they could put themselves and their family for $76,000 a year? You know what? They probably have a drug problem, which is where all that money is going. Because I just call BS on that entire mathematical equation. It doesn't exist.
Your bill, the Republicans' bill that they're trying to pass, they're trying to cut food stamps. They're trying to cut WIC. So what do you have to say about that? Yeah, if people are living on a shoestring about it, what are they going to do now that those helping things are gone?
First and foremost, it should be a safety net, not a hammock. And yes, we absolutely should means test this. People who are able to work should work, and we should not subsidize people that endlessly leech off of the federal government.
100%
Period.
agree. What I'm saying is that there are people who do work and who still cannot afford it. So what do you say to those people who they are working? They're working hard.
I just told you. I just called BS on your whole scenario.
Well,
you can get up to $78,000
Don't
a year.
disrespect me like that. Why? I'm not calling BS on your scenario.
Because it does not exist in the Knoxville greater area within 30 miles.
It absolutely does
I'm
exist.
telling you right now, it does not exist.
Are you from here? Because I've lived here 3 years.
No, but
Do not disrespect me by calling BS on the things that I know.
Okay, for example, I'm telling you right now, it is not true if someone is working 2 jobs at $15 an hour and they're getting every government benefit
before taxes are taken out.
Again, which is barely anything at $15 an hour, right? You'll pay FICA, which is 8%. Your employer will match it. I'm telling you, this whole like swan song that people are homeless because they're working so hard. It's either A, they're on drugs, B, they have gambling debt,
You're
or
assuming.
C.
So some people do. Some people do. Not everybody though.
No,
I'm asking you what you
final
would say
point is
about
this. Final
the
thing, what I will
working
say is that if that scenario exists, instead of the government taking care of them, local churches should step up and take care of these people if those scenarios exist. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know much about the actual SNAP cuts that are being proposed, but something really fascinating that House Republicans have been putting forward lately is a bid to essentially say, hey, if you're going to get SNAP benefits, no junk food, no soda, no candy, etc. Seems like a common sense bill, all right? You know, you think about just how many people are going to have bad health problems because they're eating unhealthily, and they're doing this on the taxpayer's dime, both the eating and then the health treatment. Makes a lot of sense, right? But, and this is why you can't always trust all the people in the Republican Party, all right? There are a lot of snakes out there. There are many so-called conservative influencers who have actually been pushing against this, saying, hey, this is terrible. We have to let the taxpayer subsidize people eating soda, drinking soda, eating junk food, etc., because it's anti-freedom if we don't let them do it. I'm not even kidding. With no hint of irony, they're saying it's anti-freedom to not force the taxpayer to subsidize people eating, diabetes-inducing Coca-Cola, gummy worms, whatever else. Crazy, right? With all that being said, everybody, we really appreciate you tuning in. As always, please be sure to comment below, let us know what you like about the clip, what kind of stuff you want to see in the future, and hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll be sure to see you again soon. God bless.